Good evening, guys. It is January 10th. Devon's batch of meat chickens are officially 4 weeks old today. They were hatched out on December 13th. I've pulled a couple of them out of the chick house to be able to show you. And one's trying to get out of my little bin here. It's really hard to see them and see the details of them in that chick house because of the red heat lamp bulbs that I have going. So I wanted to pull a few just so you could actually see them up closer and kind of tell their size a little bit better. All right, so here's two chicks, and you will have to excuse my nosy ladies. I've got a few little helpers here, including Turkey, that are wanting to help show these chicks. So just forgive them. They think they know what they're talking about, and they don't. But here are two of them, and I pulled two. One that has a lot of feathering, really good feathering, and here's another that has very poor feathering. About 50% of them are like this, and the other 50% are like that. And that one is trying to get out again. That one is very determined. As you can see right here, very healthy poop coming from all of them. Their size, pretty big. See if I can get this thing in my hand without it flapping too much. Of course it's not going to. It's going to struggle. That is that chick in my hand. 4-week-old broiler. They are getting very big. So now let's go inside the chick house and see what is going on in there. Alright, so here's the inside of the chick house. Before I left to go to work this morning, I filled up the waterers and the feeders both. I have not touched them since I've been home. So I wanted to be able to show you exactly what they're eating and drinking. From about 7:30 this morning, and right now it is currently almost 5 o'clock, so it hadn't been 12 hours. This water here is a 3.5 gallon water, and you can see that water level's down to right there. I'm not sure how many gallons that is. It's probably about a gallon or so left in there, maybe a little more. And this one over here is about the same. If you can't see that water level, it's to right there. So that is quite a bit of water. 2 3.5 gallon waters, and they have drank that much. Here are the feeders. These are both 25-pound feeders. Let's see if we can level that out in there. This one here is down to there, about half. And let's level this one out as well. This one here is a little less than half. Quite a bit of feed today. I put fresh pine shavings down this morning before I left. They are very soiled right now. For the last few days, I have not been removing the pine shavings. What we've been doing is doing the deep litter method. I'm not going to do that the whole entire time. However, we do have some very cold temperatures coming our way. We have 2 cold fronts headed our direction. I think Monday and Tuesday is when it's going to get bad. I haven't really paid very close attention to it. All I know is towards the end of the week we are getting very cold. Sleet, possible snow. I've seen temperatures dropping down as low as 12 degrees here. With the wind chill, that's going to put it into the single digits. So I'm going to be struggling keeping these babies warm. Every time I want to start taking them off heat lamps, something happens. Like 12-degree weather with sleet and snow and all of that. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get these off the heat lamp, if I ever will. That is the disadvantage to raising meat chickens in the dead of winter. Devon, I think, has learned her lesson. I have been calling her daily and telling her the struggles of keeping these babies warm. As you saw, those first 2 that I showed, some are feathered out really good, some are not. Those ones that are not feathered out are not able to keep themselves warm, so that is very hard to pull them off of a heat lamp. What will happen is they will end up smothering each other, and there's so many of them in here. They cluster together to keep warm. They end up getting on top of each other and just smashing and suffocating one another, and that is not a good thing. We do not want to lose any of these meat chickens. They are halfway through their butcher date, so there has been a lot of feed put into these, so to lose any at this point is a big loss. There's been, I lost count of how many bags of feed. I was trying to keep track of it and lost count, but we're 10, 12 bags at least into feed already. But let's take a look around here, and I'm going to see if we can see some of these chicks and see what they're doing and how they're acting in here. So we've got this heat lamp here. I raised up the other day and hit it, and the part that you screw the bulb into actually came out, so I need to disconnect that one completely. It's not even plugged in. Broke that one with my own back actually. But we've got a little bit of a cluster going on over here. They're not too close, but they are definitely using each other's body heat. We've got some that are, you know, spread out a little bit more. We've got some laying over here by the feeder. They are getting to that age where they just lay and eat now. We've got some piles over here. This is not a very big pile. And then some back here that are completely off the heat lamp. The closest heat lamp to them is way over here and here, but they are back there, so that tells me that all of those right there are warm enough. We've got a few over here. That one right there is kind of funny. He has got his little leg sticking out, just laying back and enjoying life. He doesn't realize that he doesn't have much life left, but their behavior is pretty good. The poop, if you've never raised meat chickens, they poop a lot. Like I said, I put fresh pine shavings down, and let me step outside and let some natural light in here so maybe you can see them better. There we go. There is the pine shavings, and it is worse over in those areas where they're laying. This is kind of just a common traveled area where they go back and forth. By morning time, it will be pretty much solid. Usually you can't really see the pine shavings. It's just a layer of poopy mush in there. It's really gross. That one there's got a lot of energy right now going on. And so does that one. They're going to start playing now. Open this door and let some cool air in, and it got their feathers all ruffled. I will admit I am a little worried about these very cold temps coming in with that wind chill being down into single digits. I have my work cut out for me. I don't think that the water in this pen will freeze due to the heat lamps being on, so that won't be an issue. I'll have those issues going on with everybody else out here. But I have some ways to help prevent that from freezing, or at least make it last a little bit longer, and I'll make some videos on that here shortly. But it's going to be hard with these. Constantly putting down pine shavings. I just went and bought a whole, I think 6 bags of pine shavings to be able to keep layering and layering and layering. That poop, when it's on the ground, it is very wet and very cold. And you'll start to notice when there is a lot of poop on the ground, they start clustering a lot more. When I put down fresh pine shavings, that is when you notice that they all start spreading out and that they're all very comfortable and warm at that point. I've got turkey back here pecking on my boots, actually. Both turkeys. Let's see. Yeah, I got both turkeys back here pecking at me. They want some attention, apparently. Those are meat turkeys, but those are my flock protectors. Those don't get butchered, unfortunately. Thank you guys for watching these videos. Those of you that have been following, I greatly appreciate it. For those of you who have just joined in, there is a playlist on my channel. It is named Devons Meat Chickens or something to that nature. The fall meat chicken one, that is my meat chickens that I raised. I got them in October, just finished butchering them in the beginning of December. And so those are done and gone. But if you want to go back and watch any of those videos, they are all on my channel. And I will plan hopefully to make more videos kind of as this cold weather progresses. Typically I only do them on Wednesdays, but this week I am planning, as the temperatures get colder and colder, kind of document that with these videos and let you know how they're doing and what I'm doing to help keep them alive and all of that good stuff. And my neighbor, he just hollered over the fence at me just a second ago, and he said he's checked the weather since yesterday, and now it is showing down to 9 degrees. So we are likely with wind chill to get down to 0 or even below. I dread it. Boy, I dread it. But we will see. Thank y'all for watching, and if you're new to this video, please subscribe.